Hi, today on Israeli Salad, we'll meet a few people. First, we'll meet young new immigrants who are starting their first year in school. Then we'll meet a scribe who reached the Guinness Book of World Records. We'll meet the Zaka volunteers who, following extremely difficult activities, decided to help children on their first day in school. And we'll end with the Israeli Olympic athletes who have returned from Athens. So don't go away, we'll be starting in 22 seconds. Shalom and welcome to Israeli Salad. On Wednesday, September 1st, nearly 1.75 million students began their school year. A few days before the schools opened their doors, I visited the Ministry of Immigrant Absorption offices in Cholon, where I met a group of very young new immigrants. Immigrant family members frequently must visit the Ministry of Immigrant Absorption offices. In most cases, the new immigrants come to take care of legal issues and paperwork. A few days before the beginning of the school year, these immigrants came to the offices for a very different reason.
I want to greet all the new first grade students. This is your second immigration. Entering first grade is a lot like entering a new country.
Around 520 new young immigrants who immigrated to Israel throughout the past year are among the thousands of children who began their first grade school year.
I have been in Israel for 6 years. My grandchildren came 4 months ago. They don't speak Hebrew.
The Ministry of Absorption decided to give these young new Israelis a gift that could help them cope with the new language.
Each one will get one of these dictionaries that could be used at school or at home.
First of all, the gift is intended to focus some attention on these children and make them feel cared for. The dictionary is very unique. It combines words with pictures and drawings.
It enables the child who just arrived in Israel not only to learn these words, but also see pictures. This combination will help him comprehend the language faster.
The children's new dictionary includes more than 900 words, ranging from words relating to Israel like Yom HaAtzmaut, through words relating to Judaism like Torah, and finally to more modern words like machshev, computer. The dictionary is aimed to be the young immigrants' first key into the Israeli society.
The Hebrew language is the gateway to a successful absorption in Israel. The better they know Hebrew, the better chances they have to find a job and integrate into society.
The Ministry of Immigrant Absorption plays a critical role. The ministry is practically the first government office that the new immigrants encounter in their first years in Israel, and therefore it must set a good example by generously helping these new Israelis.
The immigrants have some difficulties. We try to make things as easy as possible.
We made Aliyah last December from Belarus. At the beginning it was hard, but the Ministry of Absorption gives us the possibility to learn Hebrew and develop.
I'm so happy. It's hard to express it. My grandchildren just got here and everything is working out great. I'm so excited. I want to thank everyone.
One of the fathers here said that he feels that he's reached paradise. Our job is to let him always feel that he is in paradise.
Before leaving, I conducted a quick test to make sure that the children know all they need to know to get through the first day in school. Shalom Kita Aleph, hello grade 1.
Shalom Kita Aleph. Shalom Kita Aleph. Shalom Kita Aleph.
You are watching Israeli Salad on Israel National TV.
Before we continue, I just wanted to remind you about our new Israeli Salad website. The address of the site is on the bottom of the screen. The website contains all our previous programs, so scroll through the episodes and click on the icons to view the programs. Again, be sure to check out the new Israeli Salad website. He's shown us Kabbalistic art, unique wood artworks and blue dye produced from snails. Today, Mark Kaplan will show us a mezuzah. For those who are not familiar, the mezuzah is a parchment scroll encased in metal or wood that is attached to the doorposts of homes. The mezuzah is a Jewish religious symbol that contains segments from the Bible. So what's special about the mezuzah that Mark will be showing us? Let's take a look.
We visited Jerusalem scribe Avraham Hirsch Bershevsky to see a mezuzah. Well, not just any mezuzah.
This is the world's largest mezuzah. The mezuzah is 1.10 meters in height. Inside is the document on parchment. The case is made of gold-plated wood and glass.
Avraham Hirsch Bershevsky was trained as an artist in Russia before he immigrated to Israel in 1990. And he was trained as a sofer, a scribe, in Jerusalem.
I wanted to do something that was both connected to Jewish tradition and the world of art, so I decided that I would make the world's largest mezuzah. This is something that symbolizes the Jewish home, a ritually kosher mezuzah written on parchment according to all the Jewish laws. That was also a part of my artwork, calligraphic art, also connected to holiness.
Writing the world's largest mezuzah requires special supplies.
This is the quill I used to write the world's largest mezuzah. It has a width of a half a centimeter. And on parchment of this size, I could write 70 regular-sized mezuzot.
But is this really the world's largest mezuzah?
After I completed the mezuzah, I came into contact with the Guinness Book of World Records, and I informed them about the world's largest mezuzah that I made. I had a hunch that my mezuzah was the world's largest mezuzah. It was my original idea. After looking into it, they requested that I bring certifications from the country's experts. Then they checked it out themselves, and it became clear that this was the world's largest mezuzah. And I'm now looking for a doorpost big enough to hold it.
For Avraham, writing the world's largest mezuzah was not just about getting into the Guinness Book of World Records.
I'm very happy that the reactions I'm receiving from the world's largest mezuzah is exactly what I wanted them to be. That Jews are becoming more interested in the commandment of the mezuzah. And it draws attention to Jewish calligraphic art.
Well, there you have it, the world's largest mezuzah. But the question that remains, that if Avraham decides to write the world's biggest Sefer Torah, where are they going to find someone who could lift it? This is Mark Kaplan reporting for Israeli Salad.
Wondering if this mezuzah is kosher or fit to putting on a doorpost? Well, the Jewish halakha determines that the mezuzah must be placed at the beginning of the top third of the height of the entrance. If one affixed it below the top third, one must remove it and affix it properly. If the doorway is very high, one should place the mezuzah at the height of one's shoulder, even though this is below the top third of the doorway. Anyway, there's no problem with an extremely big mezuzah, but for it to be acceptable for use, you need an extremely big door.
Please send your comments, ideas, and questions to the Israeli Salad email, yoni@israelnn.com, or leave a message on the Israeli Salad voicemail at international dialing code 972-3918-5554. That's 972-3918-5554.
On Tuesday, August 31st, a day before school began, a terrible terrorist attack occurred in the southern city of Beersheba. One of the organizations whose personnel were rushed to the scene of the attack was Zaka. The Zaka volunteers carry out the difficult mission of clearing the dead from the scene and treating the wounded as well. A day after this attack, the Zaka volunteers were engaged in a more pleasant task than usual, escorting children to school and helping them across the intersections on their way back to class. In a nationwide effort in cooperation with the Galei Tzahal Army Radio, Zaka volunteers stood near the young crossing guards, sending a message to motorists to slow down, and remember, school is open. I joined one of the Zaka volunteers at a Petach Tikva crosswalk. I spoke with the Zaka volunteer and Mr. Ochayon, mayor of Petach Tikva, about this activity and its importance in the present situation in Israel.
Our goal today is to protect the children on their way to school in terms of safety and security. We make sure that they arrive at school as necessary. This is what's special in our country, this cooperation. This cooperation is what can assure proper day-to-day life here with all the craziness that surrounds us, with the terror attacks and the teachers' strikes and everything. This brings us back to sanity. When we're on duty, removing fatal casualties from the scene and treating those wounded, we must be very strong and concentrated. After those events, we go back to our routine and we can take part in projects like this one. We must continue to live on.
Israel's Olympic team returned home on August 30th to celebrate the start of a new era of success for Israeli athletes. Gold medalist Gal Friedman, whose windsurfing gold was the highlight of the delegation's results, said he was proud to open Israel's Golden Club. The only other medal won by Israel's 36-member delegation was a bronze medal won by Arutz Sheva in judo. On Wednesday night, September 1st, a big musical celebration took place in Caesarea in honor of the team. Here's a taste of what went on there.
I feel great. Listen, positive feedback like this pushes you to achieve success. I think that great expectations are something good. That way every contestant strives to reach the top.
You should
know that Hatikva, Israel's anthem, was heard twice in Athens. Once, of course, with our flag on top when Gal Friedman won the gold. The second time was when Arutz Sheva won the bronze. There was a spontaneous singing of Hatikva in the audience. It was the Israeli crowd, of course. Both times were moving.
כפות ידיים מושטות מבקשות את העזרה להמשיך איתך את המסע.
That's all for this week. Rabbi Samson with his weekly insight will be back with us, God willing, next week. Be sure to join us next time. Until then, from all of us here at Israel National TV, Shalom.
מחפשים עוד קרן אור שתעזור עוד לגימה קטנה של מים ממעייני החוכמה תביא להם את התקווה הרים ראשי אשא עיניי אל ההרים במרחקים וקולי יישמע כזעקה כתפילת האדם וליבי יקרא מאין יבוא עזרי